Level 1. The Hungry One. Age 16. Palermo, Sicily, 1987. You are 16 years old, and you already know what hunger feels like. Not the kind of hunger that passes after a meal. The kind that lives behind your eyes. The kind that watches your mother count coins on a cracked kitchen table at midnight, her lips moving silently, calculating a debt she will never escape. Your father is gone, not dead, just gone, which is somehow worse. The neighborhood knows your family situation. In Palermo, everyone knows everything. And in the summer heat, when the garbage bakes on the cobblestones and the tourists take their photos and leave, there is one constant truth on your street. The men in the good suits never worry about anything. You've watched them your whole life. The way they walk, the way shopkeepers nod at them, the way a conversation stops when they enter a room, not out of fear, exactly, out of recognition. Like nature acknowledging a predator. One evening, a man named Enzo sits beside you on the church steps. He's 30 maybe, calm eyes, clean shoes. He doesn't threaten you. He doesn't even pressure you. He just asks one question. Do you want your mother to stop counting coins? You don't answer. You don't need to. Your silence says everything. He stands, adjusts his jacket, and walks away. But before he turns the corner, he looks back. Sunday, the warehouse on Via Maqueda, 8 o'clock, live. You tell yourself you're only going to listen. Level 2, the errand boy, age 16-18, the outskirts. You go on Sunday. For the next 2 years, you run errands. Simple things, a package delivered here, a message carried there, a car watched outside a restaurant, for 3 hours without asking why. You are told nothing. You are paid enough. Your mother's face relaxes, just slightly. You learn the first rule of this world before anyone speaks it aloud. You do not ask questions. You see things. A man dragged from a car on a Tuesday afternoon. A business owner who was friendly last week who now crosses the street to avoid Enzo's gaze. You file these images away. You don't discuss them. You sleep fine, which surprises you at first. This is the most dangerous stage, though no one tells you that either, because this is where you are being watched. Every errand is a test. Every moment of hesitation is noted. Every time you look the other way instead of flinching, that is a point in your favor. By 18, Enzo calls you by your last name. That is how you know something is about to change. Level 3, the associate. Age 18-22. Inside the circle. The night they bring you into the circle, it smells like melted wax and cigarette smoke in an old stone room beneath a restaurant kitchen. There are 7 men sitting at a table. You recognize 2 of them. The others are strangers, which frightens you more than anything that's happened so far. An old man at the head of the table, you will later learn, his name is Don Alfredo, slides a card across the table. A saint's card, San Francesco. He holds a flame to the corner. You watch it burn. If you betray this family, he says quietly, you will burn like this saint burns. You repeat words. You prick your finger. You bleed on ash. And just like that, you belong. As an associate, you collect. Businesses on 3 streets pay protection, or they learn what happens when they don't. You are not brutal about it. You don't need to be. Your presence is enough. The organization's reputation does the work. Money moves through your hands that would have taken your father a decade to earn. You buy your mother a washing machine. She doesn't ask where the money comes from. That silence, you realize, is its own kind of oath. Level 4, the soldier. Age 22-27, blood on your hands. You are a made man now, a soldato, formally inducted, untouchable by outsiders. The first time they ask you to hurt someone, you tell yourself it's the last time. The second time is easier. The third time, you don't think about it at all. This is the level no film prepares you for. Not the violence itself, but the bureaucracy of it, the coldness. You are given a name, a location, and a reason that doesn't require your agreement. You carry it out. You report back. Life continues. You have a girlfriend now. She's beautiful and she laughs easily and she never asks about your work. You love her for that. You also know that she is, without either of you choosing it, a piece on a board. The paranoia starts here small, barely noticeable. A car that seems to follow the same route 2 days in a row. A phone call where the line clicks. A friend who asks one too many questions at dinner. You start sleeping with one eye open. Metaphorically, at first. Then, literally. Level 5, the capo. Age 27-34. Power has a weight. You run your own crew now. 12 men answer to you. You sit at the table where others once sat above you. You make decisions that end marriages, businesses, and, occasionally, lives. You do it with the calm of a man signing paperwork. That calm is not peace, it's numbness. There's a difference. You won't understand that difference until much later. Money is no longer a concern. It is simply a material. It flows in, it moves out, it is cleaned and reborn in restaurant receipts and construction contracts. But the weight of loyalty is suffocating. Every man beneath you is simultaneously your responsibility and your potential executioner. You cannot fully trust a single one of them because you know exactly what you were willing to do to rise. Your mother dies at 61. At the funeral, you stand surrounded by men in good suits, and you feel, for a brief and horrible moment, completely alone. There is no one in that church you can tell the truth to. There hasn't been for years. You bury her. You go back to work. Level 6, the underboss. Age 34-41. The golden cage. You are now the second most powerful man in the family. You live behind walls, literal ones. Your home is a fortified estate outside the city, and psychological ones. You have not had a genuine conversation with another human being in years. Every word spoken to you is filtered through fear or ambition. You cannot trust affection because you know how affection can be weaponized. The Don is aging. His hands shake slightly when he pours wine. Everyone notices. No one speaks of it. This is the most dangerous political moment of your entire life, and you've survived many, because succession in this world is not announced, it is seized. And the men around you are already doing the same calculation you are. You receive a tip that one of your own captains has been speaking to the Carabinieri. You sit with this information for 3 days. You eat dinner with this man. You laugh at his joke about his son's football match. And then you make a decision. You don't sleep the night after, not because of guilt. You long since buried guilt somewhere on the road between 16 and now. You don't sleep because you wonder who, among those still smiling at you, has already received a tip about you. Level 7, the Dawn. Age 41-50. At the top of a sealed room. They call you Dawn now. The old man died in his sleep, which, in this world, is a rare and almost suspicious mercy. The transition was swift and clean. There was one challenge. It was resolved. No one speaks of it. You are the most powerful man in this city, perhaps in 3 cities. Politicians call you by your first name. Judges receive envelopes at Christmas. The police commissioner's daughter attends the same school as your son, and he was the one who suggested it. You have everything, and you sit in a room that is completely secure: cameras, guards, swept for listening devices twice a week, and you feel the walls. There is no exit from this position. You cannot retire. Retirement in this world is called elimination. The organization does not release people who know what you know. You built that system. You enforced it on others. You think about running sometimes, late at night. In the abstract way people think about things they will never do. A different name, a different country, a different life. But you have a son, and your son looks at you The way you once looked at the men in the good suits on those Palermo streets, and you haven't found the words to warn him. Level 8. The Reckoning. Age 50. The only retirement available. It comes on a Thursday. Not loudly. That's the thing no one understands about this world from the outside. They imagine sirens, a dramatic standoff, a last speech. It's quiet. A car that stops at the wrong angle. A man you've known for 20 years who is standing 6 feet too far to the left. In the half second before everything changes, you understand it completely, the elegance of it, almost. Someone did the same calculation you did 20 years ago. Someone was patient. Someone smiled across a dinner table. You built this machine. You fed it. You trusted it with your life. And now it is simply doing what you taught it to do. You think of your mother's kitchen table, the coins, the silence. You think, was there ever another road? The answer doesn't come. Nothing does. In the Sicilian Mafia, there was never a way out, only a way in. And you walk through the door yourself.